Hello, welcome. This is pregnancy yoga for hip release. I recommend you have a block. You can get these at Five and Below if you don't already have one, or on Amazon, or I can send you one if you need me to. Let me know. This is a bolster pillow. So if you don't have the bolster pillow, any pillow will do, or a blanket. You can, if you have a small blanket, you can roll up, keep that nearby in case you need it during my practice. And when you're ready, we're going to start with our child's pose. So knees come out wide towards the edge of the mat. Big toes come together. Then, depending on how far you are in your pregnancy, you may need to sit up tall. Use the pillow to support you. Or if you have the space, you can bring that chest all the way down to the mat. Bringing that forehead or the chin to the mat. Reaching the hands overhead. Bringing your awareness to the breath here. Just breathing. Letting gravity hold you down here. As hips start to get heavy, hips sink towards your heels. Focus on the breath, inhaling and exhaling here. And see if you can keep getting heavier and heavier on your mat. Make adjustments whenever you need them. Still breathing here, nice and deep, inhaling through the nose. Filling the belly up with air, exhaling through the nose or the lips. Be here for a couple more breaths. If your elbows are bent, extend those arms straight out overhead, feeling that stretch in the upper back and the shoulders. One more breath here. And when you're ready, inhale up, coming into tabletop. So knees under the hips, hands, palms under the shoulders, fingers spread out wide. Drop that belly towards the mat, lifting the chin, inhaling. As you exhale, come into that downward dog. So curling all 10 toes under, pressing those hips up, shoot those glutes up towards the sky. And back down, bring those knees gently down to the mat, back in tabletop. Drop that belly, inhale up. Exhale into downward dog. Pressing those heels towards the floor. Exhaling back down into tabletop, nice and gently here. Dropping that belly, lifting that chin. Inhaling, then exhaling, curling those toes back into downward facing dog, bringing that chest towards the thighs, shooting those glutes up towards the sky. Exhale down, drop those knees back to the mat, back into tabletop. Bringing your awareness back to the breath here. Little hip opener. So bring that right leg out to the side, then to the back. Drop that left elbow if you need to. Release some pressure on the back as you lift that right leg to the side, then towards the back in that angle position, and then close. Again, side, back, and close. Then we will go on to do the other side. So I'll turn around so that you can see my left leg. Oh, but wait, sorry, we still have some more work on that right, sorry. We're gonna reverse that move this time. So this time, bringing it back to the side and then down. Again, back, out to the side and then down. Back, out to the side and then down. I think those are a little tougher because I kept both palms flat. You can always drop that opposite elbow to make it a little easier. Curl those toes under, push up, downward facing dog, back into tabletop, drop that belly. And then exhale, curl those toes back into downward facing dog. Gently back down into tabletop. Drop the belly. Now we're gonna go on to the left side. So I'm just turning so you can see my left leg. Dropping that opposite elbow. Leg out, back, and close. Out, back, and close. Again, out, back, and close. Keep going. Out, back, and close. Reverse it. Take it back, out, and close. Back, out, and close. Back, out, and close. One more. Back, out, and close. Back up into tabletop position. We're going to go into child's pose again. Bring those knees out wide, making space for the belly here. You can stay sitting up tall, or if you have the space, walk those hands overhead, bringing the forehead or the chin to the mat, or using your pillow to modify depending on your body and where you have space. Slowly inhaling back up to seated position. We'll shift to the side and extend those legs forward towards the top of the mat. Here again, you might feel you need to be a little lifted. I'm going to put the bolster under my glutes, or you can use a blanket or any type of pillow to sit on to give you a little boost here. And we're going to take the fingertips behind us, sitting up nice and tall through the back. Feet are flexed. Chin is slightly tucked. Shoulders are down and away. Nice deep breaths here. Using those fingertips to press up and release that lower back if you need to. Inhaling and exhaling, just breathing here. Nice deep breaths. Let's open up the hips a little further. We're going to take that right ankle, cross it over the left thigh, and this might be enough. Feel those hips open, or you can bring the chest closer to the lap here. Or if you think you need a little bit more, you can take it up, bringing that left knee in towards the chest. And pressing through those fingertips to sit up nice and tall. Or you can release those fingertips and grab under the thigh and the top of the shin, keeping that right foot flexed. Sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. Shoulders are down and back. Breathing deep down into the pelvis here. Just breathing. On each exhale, see if you can get a little more relaxed in that stretch. Is there any more room to soften here? Breathing in and out. Releasing those fingers. Sliding that foot back forward. Both legs extend back into our pose. Pressing through those fingertips if you need to. Releasing that lower back. Other side. I'm going to take that left ankle right over that right thigh. Again, this may be enough. Sitting up nice and tall here. Or if you think you need more, we'll slide that right knee in. You should feel a deeper opening in those hips. Take the fingertips behind you, pressing through those fingertips, extending the back. Breathe in here. And if it feels good, you can let go of those fingertips. You can grab behind the thigh and at the top of the shin. Keeping that foot flexed. You might even want to bring some energy into that thigh of the bent leg, in the inner thigh. Giving a little more energy into that inner thigh, making it a little more intense for the hips and the lower back here. Still breathing nice and deep down into that pelvis. Each breath, get a little bit more relaxed into that stretch. Is there any more room to soften here? Just breathe in here. And release, and that leg extends, both leg extends forward. Open those legs all wide, making space for the belly. Feet are flexed. Pressing through those fingertips, nice and tall through the spine. All right, I'm gonna move this pillow out the way. I'm setting up for a half pigeon. So we will bring that right foot into the inner thigh. Left leg is going to come behind you into your mermaid position. And if this feels like it's enough, you can sit up nice and tall here. If you think you need a little more, we'll go into that full pigeon, bringing that left leg straight behind you. If that feels good, you can also place a blanket, a block, or a pillow under that hip for a little more support. Again, depending on how much room you have for your belly here, you can sit up nice and tall. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. If you have space, you can walk those fingers forward, bring that chest down a little, if that feels good. Or you can sit up nice and tall, making space for the belly, pressing the tops of that back leg down into the mat. Breathe in here, nice deep down into the pelvis. Each breath is fill those hips, open up just a tiny bit more. Hamstring stretch, nice and deep hip opener here in this pigeon. Each breath, see if you can get a little soft and in that stretch. Really making space for the body to accept this movement. Just breathe in here. Now roll onto that right hip to come out of that stretch. Extend those legs forward again. Fingertips come behind you. Press through those fingertips. Nice and tall through that spine. Feet are flexed. Legs are out wide. Other side, we're going to bring that left foot into that right groin area. Right leg comes behind you into that mermaid pose. If that feels good, you stay here. Sit up nice and tall. Or you can take that right leg and extend it straight behind you, pressing the top of that right leg into the mattress. Not the mattress, the mat. Again, if you have a blanket, a pillow, placing that under that hip there to give you a little more room, a little more support, less pressure, so you can actually do this move, making space for you. Now bringing your awareness to the breath, or your focus to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling here. Each exhale, see if you can get a little softer in this stretch. Softening through the face, shoulders. Breathing deep into the pelvis here. Deep breaths here, deep down into the pelvis. Exhaling, getting deeper in that stretch. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth. Still breathing. Give me a couple more breaths here. Still breathing nice and deep, long, deep breaths here. Now rolling on as you exhale, rolling onto that left hip, bringing that right leg forward, extending both legs straight. Widen those legs, make room for the belly, feet are flexed, pressing through those fingertips, nice and tall through that lower spine. Breathe in here nice and deep. Now we're going to get into our wide-legged pose. So your wide-legged may be different from mine. Yours may be wider than mine, may be closer than mine. So just fly as it feels good to you. Bringing the fingertips again behind you, pressing through those fingertips, sitting up nice and tall through that spine. Pressing here, still breathing, nice deep breaths. And releasing that. As we exhale, we're going to turn towards the right foot. Take another breath, inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands out towards that foot. Here, wherever you have space, leaving room for the belly. Reaching towards that foot is flexed. Back of the leg is pressed down into the mat. Nice deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling here. Inhaling, walking those hands back up center. Nice big breath in. Exhale towards that left leg. Start to walk those hands towards the foot. Again, making space for the belly here. Foot is flexed. Breathing deep through that pelvis all the way down to where the sit bones meet the mat. Feel the breath all the way through the body. Couple more breaths here. Inhaling up, walking those fingertips back in, turning towards the front. From here, we're going to bring the hands forward. So walking those hands forward, again, leaving room for the belly, depending on where you are in the pregnancy. So you can stay sitting up nice and tall. You can walk those hands forward. Or if you have even more space, maybe you can bring those elbows down to the mat or the forearms down to the mat, pressing those palms into the floor. Neck is neutral here, maybe chin is slightly tucked. Breathing down deep into the pelvis. Maybe you even bring the palms together if that feels good. Hold it here, just breathing. Imagine that breath going through the body wherever you feel tightness or tension. Send the breath there. Still here, holding the stretch. On each exhale, getting a little more relaxed into the stretch. Let the breath help you here through the movement, keeping your mind and body calm. Couple more breaths here. Nice deep, make it a good one. Next breath, we inhale, walking those hands in, back up to seated position. We bring the hands towards the back of the thighs, bending those knees, and sitting up nice and tall through that spine. Nice deep breath down into that pelvis. Blow it out. Again, nice deep breath. This time, as you exhale, rounding the spine, coming into a cat. Exhaling and inhaling back up into cow, lifting the chin, arching the back. Matching this to your breath. Exhaling into cat, rounding through the back, tucking that pelvis. Inhaling, chin comes up, shoulders down and back, arching through that back. Coming back to neutral seated position. And now we get ready to set up for our final Shavasana. So feel free to grab a blanket, a pillow, 2 blankets, whatever makes you feel comfortable. We're going to lie down on our left side and put the arm under our head for support, or put that pillow or the blanket really close to the body. Then take that top right leg, bend that knee, place it on top of the bolster, and allow your body to get nice and comfy in this position. Go ahead and close your eyes. Just bringing your awareness to your breath. We'll be here for a few minutes, giving your body time again to accept this movement. Let gravity hold you down, getting heavier here, getting deeper into this Shavasana, focusing on the breath. As thoughts start to come into your mind, congratulating your mind for being active, just bringing your awareness back to the breath, back to this present moment, honoring this moment, honoring the body, and letting the practice we just completed sink in. Just breathing here again. As your mind starts to wander, every time bring your awareness back to the breath or the music. Take a little time here searching the body for any tightness, pressure, tension, stress. Bringing your attention to the tension and your breath to that area. As you exhale, see if you can blow away the tension or imagine that tension just melting away into the mat. Still breathing here. Feel free to stay here and rest as long as you need to. I'll be here for 1 more minute, but please feel free to stay as long as you need to. You don't have to leave unless you have to go somewhere. If you don't, take a few minutes just for you. Nothing to do, nothing to prove, nowhere to be for the next 30 seconds or so, however long you choose. Just this sacred time for you and baby. Alright, I've got to get out of here, but you stay as long as you need to. Keep resting.